Imagine you are on a strenuous hike in the dead of winter, and to stay warm, you throw on a cheap, completely sealed plastic poncho. That plastic will do a fantastic job of blocking the snow from hitting you, but because you are moving, your body is producing heat and sweat, and that moisture has absolutely nowhere to go. Soon enough, that sweat collects inside the poncho. You end up soaking wet, freezing cold, and completely miserable from the inside out. When a builder wraps a home in standard, cheap plastic sheeting, they are doing the exact same thing to your house. A layer meant to protect the building ends up trapping moisture inside the walls. Just by living in your home, cooking dinner, taking a hot shower, or even just breathing, you are constantly generating warm, moist air. This shows warm moisture constantly pushing through your walls to escape, a process called vapor diffusion. The problem occurs when that warm indoor steam travels through the insulation and hits the freezing cold exterior skeleton, instantly condensing into liquid water. Failing to manage this moisture wastes your heating budget and feeds a hidden rotting mushroom farm right inside your walls. For decades, the standard builder approach has been to slap up basic 6mm plastic sheeting to block drafts, but modern homes require an inner skin that can adapt to the environment. Instead of a cheap plastic poncho, we use an intelligent vapor retarder. Think of this as high-tech activewear for your home. It handles moisture differently depending on what season it is. During winter, the smart membrane's pores stay tightly closed, acting as a solid barrier to block indoor moisture from entering the cold wall. But in summer, the material reacts. Pores physically open, allowing trapped moisture to safely dry back inside. By adapting to the seasons, an intelligent vapor retarder actively prevents rot, rather than blindly trapping water inside the structure. Of course, the most advanced winter jacket in the world will still leave you freezing if you forget to zip it up. The smart membrane itself is really only half the battle. The perimeter seal around the edges is what actually stops air and moisture from slipping past the barrier. Unfortunately, many builders out there get staple happy. They aggressively staple the plastic directly to the wood framing, which effectively pokes hundreds of tiny holes right through the home's winter coat without sealing them up. The solution is a product called acoustical sealant. This thick, non-hardening rubber paste gets applied to the top and bottom wooden plates of every exterior wall before the membrane goes up. When you press the plastic membrane firmly into the sealant, it creates a permanent, flexible gasket. It guarantees the home's jacket is completely zipped. Once the main barrier is up, you have to account for the details. Every single pipe, electrical wire, or junction box that breaks through that inner skin acts as a massive potential leak. It is essential to seal these openings completely using specialized rubber gaskets and high-performance acrylic tape. You should never use standard red building tape for these critical spots. It is notorious for losing its adhesive bond over time as the house naturally shifts and settles. If you insist on these airtight details, you might hear someone repeat the old myth that a house needs to breathe. Intentionally leaving a wall drafty is exactly like deliberately slicing holes in your winter coat. A wall that breathes is just a leaky, rotting wall. A healthy home is built completely airtight to protect the structure, and it breathes entirely through a dedicated mechanical ventilation system. There is a simple test you can do to check the quality of this work right after the barrier goes up, but before the drywall hides it forever. Wait for a heavily windy day and take a slow walk around the interior perimeter of the framed house. Look closely at the plastic membrane. You are searching for any spots where the material is puffing out or sucking in. This billowing effect is undeniable proof that you have a hidden air leak in the exterior shell. That spot needs to be taped and sealed immediately. Taking the time to install and thoroughly seal a smart inner skin is the most reliable way to protect your home's structure from moisture damage for generations to come. If you found this breakdown helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more practical building insights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.